energy, right?
Let me ask you guys this. Another P. Diddy question, but it's nothing he did. It's just something he said. I know a couple years ago he said that R&B is dead. Each and one of you guys, I wanted to get you guys' opinion. And I told Unc the same thing last time we did an interview with him. I think he took it differently. And what I'm getting from it when Diddy said that was the vocals, not the vocals, but basically the lyrics. You know what I'm saying? The lyrics is basically about, hey, I want to hit. You know what I'm saying? Let's meet up tonight, get you in bed right now, instead of, hey man, let me take you out, let me get to know you. You know the real love songs back in the day. What's you guys' opinion on it?
I mean, I kind of agree.
Yeah.
You got to go. I kind of agree to a certain extent. You know, R&B is in a state where it has transitioned to something else. I'm not saying that people aren't writing, you know, love songs and things like that. I mean, you still got guys out there like Day 26 that's out there still trying to, you know, make it happen. But it's just something is missing, you know what I mean? And we've been trying to, like, you know, help bring that back.
Yeah.
I remember in the 90s and in the early 2000s, man, we watch, you know, we watch BET and stuff like that. And you watch those music videos, man, you know.
Yeah.
Those some real love songs. Those people really going through that kind of stuff. You can really relate to it, you know. And, you know, men were really courting women and women were really, you know, wanting to be courted. You know, it wasn't just, you know, about, you know, just having sex, you know what I mean? It was more about, you know, the love and what goes behind it.
And telling stories and things of that.
Yeah, that storytelling, man.
Right.
Man, and me personally, to kind of piggyback on that, man, I mean, I'm like the big bro said, I'm half and half, you know what I mean? Because I've always said that in each different generation, it's always going to be a different type of change that happens, right, in music, right? The music you hear now is not going to be the same music you hear in the 90s. The music you heard in the 90s is not going to be the same music you heard in the 80s, right? It changes over time. But one thing I will say that needs to come back is there's a difference between like music back in the day, like, again, going back to the GOAT himself, like Babyface, when you got a song like I give good love, I'll buy your clothes, I'll cook your dinner too, as soon as I get home from work, that compared to I'm trying to slide in the pants, show you what it is then. You know what I'm saying? Like how the brother said, it's storytelling, right? Tell the woman how she looks beautiful and how you want her to take a chance on romance, right? And
CJ,
let her
that's
know.
called sipping now.
That's right. They call it simping now.
But now
Hey, but listen, but this is the thing. This is the
thing.
thing.
Call it simp.
And even if they call it simp, brother, how I look at it as, man, you can call me a simp all you want, but that's what real woman love, right?
That's what they really want, man.
That's what they really want. They want a man to tell them how they're gonna take care of them, how, you know what I mean, you gonna make me feel and make me feel good, not just getting straight to the point. You know what I mean? Like that's, and again, I know we're all young, you know what I mean? And people may say, well, you too young to understand, but man, women love a man that'll take their time instead of rushing to get to the point. You know what I mean? Like it's all about man, it's literally like I was talking to Nico about earlier. It's an art. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. It's an art. It's painting the story and painting what you can do, but in a respectful way. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some women who want to get straight to the point, right? And I'm not knocking it. It ain't nothing wrong with it, but it's always a great feeling. Yeah. But it's always a great feeling to tell a story, man.
Hey, I'll tell you, I was at work the other day and young lady, I told her we had Uncle Jams on. She's like, "Who's that?" I said, "Well, you know, you work with Babyface." And she's like, "Well, who's that?" And you know what? And I told her, "Put it on your phone. Put it on your phone." Man, she came back. She's like, "That's some good music." They don't hear that anymore.
And that's scary to think about, man, because when you talk to like some people and you say, like, you may bring up a Babyface or you may bring up even a Michael Jackson or, you know, somebody from that time, and there's people out here that says, who is that?
Yeah,
right.
You know what I mean? That's crazy. It's crazy.
My 14-year-old daughter, she likes the song Luther by Kendrick Lamar.
Oh yeah,
she played it one time. I said, yo, let me play you original. I played Luther Vandross version. She was like, wow, I like 14 years old. Saying she loved Luther Vandross, man. I had to put on game, man. I let her know where that song come from.
That's for real.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine running into somebody who just doesn't know who Luther Vandross is or Babyface.
Bro.
I would probably look at him sideways.
Yo, my son, I'm gonna tell y'all this. I'm gonna get to the next question. My son, when he was what, 12, we was watching. What's the movie Ice Cube was doing with the family?
Are we done yet?
We was watching Are We There Yet? And I told him, I said, yo, you know he used to be a rapper. He was like, what? I said, yeah, Ice Cube used to be a rapper. He just know the actor Ice Cube, man. This generation right here is like, yo.
It's crazy.
This generation crazy.
Man.
Yeah, because I tell you, my daughter, when I let her listen to Dance with My Father,
oh man. Yo.
She was done.
Yo.
Dad, I can't wait till we dance in my wedding. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's music.
Word,
yeah,
word.
Sure. Timeless music. Timeless.
Word.
Exactly.
Timeless.
Well, let me ask you guys this. Who usually takes the lead when you guys are creating new music, or is it a full team effort?